But it is rather sweltering, it is so very hot. Did I mention that it's hot? The temperature is rather high. It's a lot higher than 0. In fact, you could say that it's hot. It definitely isn't cold. How would I describe this heat? I think hot's a pretty good word. Pretty compactly expresses everything. Namely that it's hot. But hey, you're here to watch me play in the sweltering heat. Hey, will we actually succeed? Who knows, but it's hot. Greetings everyone, it is I, Kikoskia, welcoming you to the stream, the pre-stream to be exact, where you have the opportunity to get here, get comfortable, and get ready for the Guild of Dungeoneering. It's hot. I think you may have gathered that from my little song at the very beginning. I have a drink here that is not yet at room temperature, though it is rapidly getting there. So, let us continue and chill out in the guild while we wait for 7 o'clock. You finally made it. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad everyone's here. Greetings, everyone. How are you all? Are you well? The guild is certainly getting large. There are many dungeoneers. There's also many dead dungeoneers, but there we go. Is it hot? I have not noticed. Continues melting. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's a bit toasty. Doing big things? Nope. It's just me here trying to play video games and not melt from the heat. I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you are. Still haven't heard anything from Twitch, but that will take as long as it takes. All the melting. What the guild is? It's this. It is the Guild of Dungeoneering, where we dungeoneer, seeking fame and glory, and money. Lots of money. It's certainly people who, oh, and there's Kenton Alchemy there, with 9 months, 7-month streak. Here's for the iced water bottle fund. Oh, thank you very much, that is so very generous. But, there's nothing like that here. As for Edna and Harvey 2, at some point, I just don't have a strict schedule as to when. I don't have a strict schedule as to when. I was playing a game idly, before the stream started, though, not sure it's something people would want to see me play. Most likely. It's just nice to have everything calm and relaxed here. Stitch schedules are boring anyways. Oh, that's one of the reasons why I've been able to do my content creation as long as I have been. As long as I have been. This is also the great opportunity, as people have done, to ask me questions, because I'm here and I'm not being distracted by the game, up until 7 o'clock, so you have 19 minutes, roughly. Vaguely. Approximately. Give or take. Have the fan on in the background. It's a very low setting. But every little bit does help. Every little bit is a good thing. The, lots, Ada. Probably lots. Yay for fans. It should be tasty, that's probably the important thing. You're not late. Nobody's ever late. In fact, I started a little bit early, Arisorio. I can't give you any information about quantum mechanics. But either's fine, Indie Castle. They're both fine. As for what game I was playing before, I was just poking my head at a silly free game called Baldi's Basics Classic. It's silly. And it has everyone's favourite subject. Math. I don't know if people would want to see me play that at all and learn about math after something has ended. No, I've never played Dwarf Fortress. Never played it. Math is great. Yes, it's totally about mathematics. Totally. Absolutely. Yes, lots of math. Mathematics is good. It's the foundation of many things. It's going on all around you, even if you don't realize it. So much mathematics you do automatically in your head just to do something as simple as catch a ball. Not that I know of, Sushi Bar, but then again, I don't tend to plan that far ahead. Math apprentice at Guild of Dungeoneering equals dead. We've had some apprentices that have lasted a fair while. In fact, if I'm going to check, how is our current apprentice doing? Yes, we actually have an apprentice who has won three times to have an early stage and a final stage battle scar. So, the current apprentice has done rather well. Dungeons of Dreadmore, I've played Dungeons of Dreadmore. Never completed it, but I've certainly played it. We do also get the math magician. I think they're called the Math Magician. Mathemagic, yes. I do remember that it has Mathemagic. I wasn't very good at it. Although I did end up with a character that did really well and had existential damage. Or is it philosophical damage? Long-time viewer, any thoughts doing anniversary run on Temple of Elemental Evil? I haven't had any thoughts about it, no. I mean, there's not room for it at the moment, considering the fact that I'm still doing Ultima 9. That's a really long-running fantasy game. But it's always an option, along with many other things. Animal Crossing? Well, as soon as I hear either way about partnership, I'm going to be getting that going at some point. Probably neither HK Trading. Existential. Yeah, it may or may not hurt you. It does. Here to watch you. We're going to get gold, Cherry Terry. We're going to win. We are going to win. Hopefully. It would be a replay, yes. It would be a replay. Or would it? No, it would. It would. Whew. Probably neither of them, Metal Biarco. It would probably have its own dedicated stream slots, likely during the afternoons on certain days. Probably be the best time to do it. Because if I did it in the evening, you'd only see the world in the evening. You could easily change it up, making it lawful Libra run. I could, but again, I'd have to think about that if the situation arose and I decided to do it. There are so many games I could do. Hundreds and hundreds of games that I've done playthroughs of. So much choice. Too much choice. Time zones come back to troll us. Well, I can only stream when I can stream. There are external factors that prevent me from streaming at certain times. Most notably my sleep schedule. Can't stream all the way into the dead of night. Goes fine as far as I know. We're making some good headway through the Pirate's Cove. You don't care for turn-based strategy games? Not hugely. Then again, I have just finished a playthrough of Lords of Magic, which is a turn-based strategy game, but not in the same vein. I don't honestly think, HK Trading, that I need to go through Action 52 again. And King Slime has just subscribed. Thank you so very much. That is so very generous of you. Thank you. Really, that is so generous. There are certain playthroughs where I'm just going, it's probably never going to need to be better. Like, I don't really think Action 52 needs 1080p or even 720p. And I did play XCOM 4 times. And Terror from the Deep once. Where do I live? If that question is aimed at me, I live in England. That is where I live. They do. I've never really meshed well with the Heroes of Might and Magic gameplay style. Time for Guild of Kikoskia! To be honest, Action 52 is not bad. I have played through many, many games in my years, and Action 52 is not bad. It's not terrible. You see, I'd rather you didn't do that, the macro. I very much am a person that likes to keep things as they are. I'm just a person that does videos and streams of me playing video games, and everything else doesn't matter. I played it very briefly, Mythdraenor, and I did not like it. I did not like it. There is such a thing as too much XCOM, there's such a thing as too much anything. If all I did was play XCOM, one run after another, eventually people would get very bored. You need variety. Variety is the spice of life. That is why I have Guild of Dungeoneering, Daggerfall, and Death Road to Canada in my streams. That is why I have Ultima 9, Trine 2, and Rock of Ages 2, but it's about to finish. Not everyone likes everything. There are certainly genres I don't particularly like. Horror games, for instance. Really don't gel with horror games. Don't like them. You know, you wrote the variety must flow, and I thought that in the line of Star Trek Armada 2, the collective must grow. I have no plans to try Crusader Kings 3 right now, though it is something I could, maybe, at some point. As for the third Rock of Ages, I have no plan to be playing that either in the near future, because, as far as I've gathered, Rock of Ages 3 was not that well received. And I'd rather not tarnish my memories of Rock of Ages 1 and 2 with a third installment that's not as good. I don't know. I have no ore in that race, the macro. I have no ore in that race. And I've never tried the Warcraft trilogy beyond a bit of 2. Greetings, Necromancer. And Mr. Dark is here, we can tell, because of the emotes. Ultimately, people will play what systems they play, and as long as they enjoy them, that's all that matters. It's like, somebody enjoying playing an Xbox One X game doesn't impact you enjoying a PlayStation 4 game. And there's Cav! How far are we in Guild of Dungeoneering? Ice Cream Headaches completed, Pirates Cove most of the way through, and the main plot not so far. I don't know, Diffham. Possibly. I've got no plans to. You would be thinking of Incubation, Hembrent, and that was a long, long time ago. There was a vote on it, and Incubation didn't win. As for the Fallout series, I played and enjoyed 3, I played and enjoyed 4, and I briefly played 1 and 2. Plot in our guild? I know, this game has quite a bit of plot. I mean, it's pretty throwaway and is just used to loosely tie various missions together, but there is plot. There is plot. Speaking of plots, the graveyard's here, by the way. All of these people here that are all sadly dead. Lots of people have died. It's a very unforgiving game, though, Incubation, if memory serves. You can get to a certain point, and if you don't build people correctly, you can get into serious trouble. Serious, serious trouble. Do 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 do. Plots are mostly plots. Yep. Another plotting is the plot. We're not trying to murder them. We want them to win. That's the important thing. Oh, what they look like is entirely dependent upon when you go in. If I go in again, all the graves will be different. System Shock 2, played a bit of, played more of 1. The main thing to get from LPs and everything else that I've done is whenever I've done a Q&A and people have gone through suggestions of games to do, most of them are answered with the vague shrug of, I'm not ruling it out, but I'm not promising I can do it, because there are always more games to choose from. Every week more games come out that I could potentially LP, as well as the huge backlog of games that have already come out recently or in the far past, and what ultimately decides what I decide to do really depends on how I feel at the time, and trying to make sure there's variety in the schedules that I have. So, yeah, every day even. So, I really can't guarantee anything. I never can, and some people get annoyed by that. Some people don't like the fact that they can't easily anticipate what I'm going to play or know in advance, but it's just how I've always done things. It's just how I've always done things. Doesn't mean to say it's the best system, by far. There are probably much better systems, but it's how I do. Greetings, Cardius. Greetings, everyone. I hope you're all well. I have 83 or so people here, and we haven't even started the dungeoneering yet. It's a loose cannon. Plays by his own rules. Threw the book out the window. But he gets the job done. Mayhem. He gets results. Yippee! Dark Dawnstars just subscribed. 6 months. This is the Guild of Dungeoneering on the quest. We're never veering. Yes, indeed. Are you saying you can't play all games? Yes. Yes, I am. Again, Bindle, who knows? Like, I'd certainly like to, but again, it all depends on how I feel. What games you play? Have you ever played any of them? Nope, never played any of Bard's Tale games. Mayhem! Never played them. And Cardius there just subscribed. 5 months. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nope, never played Radiant Historia. That's another thing when people go, have you played X? And I'm like, nope. I've only played the games I've played. I did, but again, it all depends on what happens. Could be years from now. Could be years from now that I touch Harvey's New Eyes. All depends. I always watch Kikoskia all the games. Got scrambled eggs for dinner. That sounds good. I had pasta. Mayhem! Yippee! And Diffum just subscribed. 9 months. May as well throw my hat in the ring of subs. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so very much. Thank you. I won't have, Bindle. Trust me, I won't have. Nope, haven't played X or X3. Have not played any of them either. I've only played the games I've played. It's true. It's true. I have no idea what you're talking about, Nerf Striker. You're going to have to give me context. Not a fan of the Red Alert series. Much prefer the mainline Command & Conquer series. Don't remember Nerf Striker. Not something I typically keep track of. So I couldn't tell you. Unfortunately, not a rogue AI. No. Yes, it was not a rogue AI. I remember that. I remember things. Memory, it exists. Unfortunately, not a rogue AI. I have no way to set how I stream right now because that is something that only partners can do. Indeed, I've not played games I've never played. It's shocking. There are many people that presume that you've played certain games, and it always surprises them when I declare that I haven't. Always surprising when they go, no, I haven't played that game. But why not? It's like, because I haven't. And it's like, you should. And it's like, maybe. And then they get stunned. Absolutely stunned. Don't remember who goes there. I think we might have lost the Dungeoneer. That's quite likely. We could very well have lost one. We don't have long now. Couple of minutes. Who like RPGs? Have you played every single RPG ever? No, I've been too busy doing Let's Plays. Guild of Dungeoneering. Wait, that... No, the Dungeon of Guildoneering. Not well, Dark Dawnstar. It is very hot. This room is upstairs. It faces the sun from midday until sunset, and it gets very hot, and when I stream I have to have the windows closed because of outside noise. So, suffice it to say, I'm a bit sweltering, but it is what it is, and I will deal with it. I'll just do the best that I can. Besides, it should be cooling down later. I don't remember how far I was, Sushi Bar. Probably not very. Probably not very. I have drink to keep me hydrated, but it's not very cold, so it's just warmish drink. What's wrong with tea, coffee? Whoa, I just don't like it.
Of gold.
Be sure to stay hydrated. I'll certainly try, Necromancer, thank you. I just don't like hot drinks in general. Don't like any of them. Don't like any of them. Oh, you see, if I have the windows open upstairs and not downstairs, hot air rises and so will eventually rise up into this room and eventually out, because out leads to higher climbs. Also, such a thing wouldn't fit Cherry, and I'd much rather not get one because they are exceptionally expensive when it comes to electricity usage. I appreciate the thought, but I'd much rather not have an air conditioning unit. And it's 7 o'clock, so it is time to start. And also, yes, they'd be heard by the mic, so there's no point in me getting one. We are on the Copperpot Dock, where we have peer pressure, fresh off the boat. Let us think about which adventurer, which dungeoneer we are going to take. Which one shall we bring as the beginning? That poor peer. The poor peer. We didn't bring a yodeler before. You know what? Yodeler. I wanted to bring yodelers before. We didn't bring the yodeler. It is time. Oh, it's this one. Oh, it's this one. Oh, we've done this one. We have to get over to here. We have to get over to there. So, we'll face a deckhand here. And Emperor. Use the H2O. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Yodeling is okay. It certainly has its perks. We have He Who. We take 3 damage in turn. We power up our yodels. The best thing we can do right now is Alpine Brew. Because that's just going to hurt. Right, 2 cards to recycle. This one and that one. Right, we want to Lun or Das Big Roar, because this will power up our various cards. There we go, they all become Yodelays. Then we use a Yodelay, and that becomes Yodelay He. And it's fast. Ooh. That's going to deal 3 points of damage, but this deals 2 points of damage, and thus will defeat you. You thrash, but I yodel! Yodel and win. Okay, Arcane Wand, meh. Eyeball Charm, meh. Ski Goggles. Ski Goggles are good, considering most of our opponents are going to be physical opponents. Besides, yodeling, skiing, that works. And we have a map. We must go that away. So let us go that away. Slowly. Time to ski in the Pirate Cove. Yes, indeed. I've never completed the Yodel power cycle, and that is Luna Lamb gifting a lot of subs there. 5. Total of 64 gifted in all. Thank you so very much. That's so very generous of you. 64 subs over all the time you've been watching me. That is absurd. Thank you. Also, there's Fury. That's doing a lot of damage, but Yodelay will take care of you. Ha ha! Who knew I'd be spending my afternoon watching pirates get yodeled to death? I know! It's shocking. Alright, Troll Femur, that's... It does give us Crush 2 and Crush 3. That's actually not bad. Feel as though you made a mistake last time we did this dungeon. Why don't you just fight one of the crewmates? I can't remember, to be honest. It was a week ago. It was such a long time ago. I'm taking the Femur. We get a Stupidity card, but we get Crush 3. And that's very good. We're just going to place a Hermit Crab here. Stupidity cards are not great because it's one card that can pretty much do nothing. Also, we're totally going to be using Smash here. Haha! And then we're going to be using Yodel. Deals a bit of damage. I think you didn't want to fight them because it was that afraid of the buff. Yeah, that's true. I pretty much was that afraid of the buff. Gonna Das Big Roar, which will then buff these to Yodelays. They are unblockable. Oh, well, they'll become unblockable later, that is. Just gonna repel here. Greetings, how goes it? Now we Yodelay. And we have something to regain health if you play a defensive card. That's not gonna do it. It's close, but not close enough. It becomes unblockable, then Swift. It's pretty good in that regard. Right. Not good. Not great. I mean, Mind Strike gives me a card. Fire Blast is a magic attack. The P's, we gain that, but we lose a point of health and we lose Repel. Repel is going to be important considering the physical opponents that we face. Refresh might save us. It could, but so could Repel. I think the Cloak is better. We can always replace it. Besides, magic damage is good. A little bit of, So what's the Yodeler's mechanic? The Yodels get more powerful as time goes on. And they, if you take 3 damage in any turn, any Yodels in your hand get stronger. Also, this is a risk, but I'm taking on a Gunner. Gunners are nasty. But I think we can do it. Also, we are totally going to... Ooh. I think we're going to Smash here. We'll only deal 2 damage, but it's better than using the other cards. Now we have Fire Blast to get through the beat here. Now we only want to deal 1 point of damage. And now we win. Didn't we lose several Dungeoneers because of Gunners? Yep, but this time we've got it, and here comes Old Dragon with Ham! Greetings. You bring ham, I bring the Dungeoneering. Welcome. Welcome everybody that's arrived. We're playing Guild of Dungeoneering, and we have a choice. Ham Dragon arrives, yes indeed. So, we can get rid of Repel for Restore. Or we can get rid of Repel for health and lots of stupidity cards. Or we can... Yeah, I don't feel like the stupidity cards. Or we can get rid of Repel and get those cards. Yeah, I think gold's probably better here. Glad to have you all here. Welcome. Sit down, get comfortable, get ready for Dungeoneering, for it is time. We're going to face another Gunner. We just want to get some more stuff, get some more gold. We can make our way up there if we wanted to. I'm going to Alpine Brew here. I want to get some of my Yodel cards in. And get rid of this, get rid of that. We don't want the stupidity card. Cliffhanger, eh? Always great to see cliffhangers. We do need to stretch our vocal cords. Very true. Ooh, you can conceal for 1 round. Well, we're going to Yodel. Make this into a Yodelay. Don't know what it is. Gonna pick Rekindle. Not a bad choice. Right. Oh, Good thing I have that. We need more ham. We do. Next turn you're going to... Get a Mind Strike here. Don't want you to activate your rum ability. Do want to Fire Blast, though. Aha! Yes, how go things, old dragon? Things go well? Ooh! Yes! Methinks the parrot might be the good idea right now. Crush 4, Growth 2, Spiky. Yes. That's a good combination. We even got some favor. You know what? We are going to place this here. Do we face a... No. We do not face a worm. Worms are bad news. Gotta make our way up there. We have a way we can do that. It's not blockable, but we're gonna restore here. There we go. And, oh. That's a little unfortunate. We'll just play this. Even though it does nothing, it's still... Ooh, you do have Spiky. I forget that you have Spiky. And we can block this with Demolish. Aha! Do-do-do-do-do. Ah, your rum activates, which is a little unfortunate, but I can rekindle. And then finish you off with a Fire Blast. That Fire 1, proving to be quite handy. Yeah, that's a reference I'm not going to get. Ooh. I mean, that's good, but that's really good. We lose Fire Blast and Mind Strike, but we gain Armor 2 and Armor 3. I've got favor, as long as I don't spend it. I mean, it's not the right thing to wear in this weather, but, you know, it works. Wow, I have nothing that I can really do here, but we can play the first mate here, who has the crewmate power. That was a bit of a mistake, but I think we can afford to face one crewmate. Just one. Gonna repel here. Deal that spiky damage. Gonna play restore here. We need to get to level 4. Getting to level 4 is quite important. Yep, that's good. Das Big Roar. The game is the opportunity to not have the captain say nothing to see here. Oh, there's a game I remember that does that. Her blocked. Steal a card. You're not blocking anything. I want you to steal my cards. Instead, I'm just going to smash you in the face and win. Level 4. We lose Brace. The only thing we lose here is Fate Cursed. And you know what? Yeah. Oh no! We don't have that thing that's a debuff. How awful. I mean, they all get +1 health, but I'll take that as a plus. And now we are going to move up to here. Grab this gold. Now, this opponent is going to come after us. You're going to start chasing me. You have 1 extra health, but you are the weaker of the 2. You are the weaker of the... I'm actually not going to do anything right now. I don't want to place you down. I want to fight you. To a pile of snow. It's a very drastic change. It is. It is. I think that's a good one there. 4 damage right away. Then 2 damage. And then we just need to deal 3 damage. Or just slowly whittle you down. 1 point of damage is all that's needed. There's the rum. Her blocked. There isn't going to be any blocked. I haven't asked the guild pirate's opinion of this right now. You're off now? Well, so long, Necromancer. So long. And we win. Through overkill. Now we need is something to connect up... Ooh. No. Just gold. Just gold. Right, we want to put this here and play nothing. play nothing and hope we get something that connects up to here. And what do you know? We did! And there's a pirate! A buccaneer! Can't place that down because there's already loot. Let's go! Surprise pirate! Was it really a surprise? Was it really a surprise? Ah, yes, Westwood. Ow. Ow. That kind of hurts. That's 4 damage. I mean, it buffs our yodel, but ow. Okay, this is better. This is better. Kapow! Spiky. And that. Fury is active now, so we're gonna start taking a lot of damage. But we only need to deal 2 more. Well, actually, we only need to deal 1 more right now. And there's our 1 more. We win! And I have redeemed myself for before. It doesn't matter what we pick. We can actually pick Fate Charged right now. It gives us even more health and victory!
Who'd have thought the way you fought, you'd be so very brave? Now we need somebody else to fill this empty grave.
Also, we have a ranger that we need to, give the name for. Who's it gonna be? Who's gonna have that chance? Also, the rollers on my chair are really, really warm right now. So, is there anybody here to roll, or am I going to have to roll? I will pour a drink, and we shall see. Hopefully I do. Oh, there we go. It is Deus Phoenix. I believe that is a space between them. So, let's, congratulations! Deus Phoenix. F capital. There we go. Congratulations! The last ranger died. Yep. Now we have a new one. We also have mission 3. I don't think you're ready for this jetty. How dare you dig that up? Yep, we've stole treasure. I'm sure nothing bad will happen if we send the ranger. It's probably pronounced Phoenix. Right, what do we need to do? You dare to challenge me? Duel in 8 turns. Respite? Nope, so there's no reason to rush over to that fight at all. So we just need to completely avoid all of these crewmates and just fight some opponents. That's exactly what we'll do. We'll get a good first item and then we'll see what we do beyond that. That is a nasty first attack. But we have arrows. Hopefully we can... Okay, that is an opportunity I am not going to pass up for a flame arrow. And I can win with a steelhead. Just. Oh, just. Right, growth and swift is pretty good. Blade 2 is okay. A twig is dreadful. Are rangers the new apprentices? No, rangers are pretty good. I would say growth and swift right now because, always swift. Yeah, swift is just really good with the ranger. It's really good. Shiver me timbers! We're going to go this way and completely ignore that there are enemies in that direction. But the twig, I know! It's almost like I'm picking things that might be you. Wow. Ouch! That hurt a lot. That hurt a lot. Well, this is great. 3 and admittedly we have 3 as well. But we need to deal 3 points of damage right now. And you have 2 points of damage. I have a plan. I have a plan. It's called the Steelhead Arrow. Victory! Now. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I mean, let's be honest, that's very good for the Ranger. That is Swift 2 and Swift 3. Good cards. Now, if you're curious, you have Burly, Armed, and Irritable, so it's all physical. It's all physical. Also, we're going to fight you, make our way over here, and do that. We are not going to be fighting any of these people here. Who needs depth perception? We're fine. We're probably not fine. I think we're going to Fleetfoot here. Deal an absurd amount of damage. And then Camouflage. And then that deals 3 points of damage, so really we want to deal 1 point here. Rangers only need 1 eye, I swear. I'm not sure that's true. Also, we're absolutely victorious. And we are level 4 already. So, that's a little bit of overkill. We could get Swift all the way up to maximum now. Methinks we'll take this and then consider replacing the armor that we have, because we will still have Swift 4. It's only 1 card, but it's a good card. I mean, enjoying the warm-up, scoundrel. I mean, we're not going to be using the spear in our bow, but it's still nice. We're a pretty good adventurer right now. Sure. Let us draw 2 cards, the most archery of weapons. We have so many cards on our person right now. Also, we could just Fleetfoot here. We could use a spear and a ballista. We don't have a ballista, but look at how much we destroyed this pirate here. Absolutely obliterated. Right. We can get rid of our armor. We could actually get this and get Restore and +1 health. That actually seems like a good... good point. Does it have crewmate? Does he have crewmate? No, he doesn't. The pirates do. But so long as we don't fight pirates that have already been placed down, this pirate is not going to have the crewmate buff. Neither's this pirate. See, this pirate has 9 health right now. It has 9 health. If a pirate dies and other pirates are on the board, then they will get the buff. But this pirate wasn't on the board. Does look like a pirate whaler right now. That is quite an apt image. Also, we're just going to deal 3 damage right now. If the boss had crewmate, yeah. If the boss had crewmate, we'd be in some serious trouble right now. But boss doesn't have crewmate. Also, we're just going to deal 2 damage here. Boss is at 2. Fury is activated. And we can just... Ooh. No, we can't just do that to win. No, haste is definitely the right idea here. Yeah. If I'd have done that, I'd have lost. Now I could put an arrow. Kapow! Now, what do we... Ooh. That gives us Blessed and Holy Seal. The Feathered Cap gives us Growth. We don't want that. The Owl is good because it gives us Holy Seal and Smite. But that gives us +1 to healing, and we actually have a fair few cards that heal us right now. We have Kindle, we have Restore, and then we'll have Holy Seal. But Wise will mean that we have 6 cards in our starting hand. I think Bird. I think right now we need the Bird. We can always pick something different later. Hoot hoot, indeed. You know what, I'm gonna go down... No, don't go down there when we have this. Fight enemies that we know, gain favor. The Owl will see us through. We actually have 5 cards right now. It's a decent amount of cards. We are, however, taking a lot of damage, though we are dealing a lot of damage. That card is nasty when Fury is active. It is so horrendous. That is half health or less. So we actually want to do this right now. Get you down to 2 health, and then see what happens. That's 3 unblockable. That is 3 unblockable, but we have Rekindle. We just need to deal 1 point of damage. And there's our point of damage. Ooh, we're on a roll! Ice Shield. We gain Crush 1 and Crush 2. We lose Wise. Flintlock, we lose too much. Offhand, we lose too much. So it's really, do we want the Ice Shield? Do we want Mash and Slam? And I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Wise is good. I think gold. Ooh, no good opponents here. No good opponents. Venom, Stupidity, and Ghoulish. Tenacious and Night Owl. You think I can take him? May be able to. Night Owl is surrounded by 5 tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lose that point of health. Good to see you. How goes the adventuring? It goes well, thank you. It goes well. That's a decent amount of damage. We can counter some of it with Smite. Also, that Tenacious ability. That's gonna be a tricky one. Also gonna save that, and instead I'm going to Steelhead Arrow. I feel like you have worse than that. Yeah, you had worse. You had worse. Ding ding! And that is a great one to see for Fleet-Footed. And there we go. Kapow! This Ranger, destroying everything! Ooh. We have the Doom Plate. We always deliberate on the Doom Plate. We always deliberate on the Doom Plate. Do we have enough defensive cards that the Doom Plate is good? It is useful, but do we have enough defensive cards to make it worth it? Doom Plate makes Wise and Healing meh, though. It's tricky. We have Camouflage and we have Repel. Repel would mean we'd be able to block 4 damage. Camouflage would mean we'd be able to block 2 of anything. And Holy Seal, that's another one. Bulwark is... I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I think it's ultimately going to be worth it. It also thins our deck a little bit, which is nice for getting the cards we want. Well, it means you'll block ones automatically, of course. This Phoenix does look like Odin. Also, we can just attack here, because this is going to be blocked. If you die, it wasn't worth it. Yep, but we could die even with the thing that we had before. Also, blocked again. Also, we can just attack here, because it's blocked. And we can just attack here, because it's blocked. We took no damage. Absolutely none. Red mail, no. Sword, no. No. Gold. Prepare for your doom! And here he comes! Whoosh! Also, we do have Favor 3. We can use this anytime we like. Note, by the way, that this opponent also has Spiky. So, we can camouflage here. Block that. We can camouflage here. Block that. Although he does have Respite. We do need to keep this in mind as we then pummel him with this. Full damage, no damage, draw a card. Can't block that. But we just want to deal damage at the moment, so we'll deal 3. There's a lot of health, but it's going down. It's going down. Also, he's going to deal damage to himself, so we're going to draw more cards. And then we are going to deal some magic damage to him, so that he doesn't get the respite. This is worth not taking 3. This is also worth... Oh wait, he's going to damage himself. That's good. We draw 2 more cards. Now we have every single card in our deck. So we can do whatever we like now. We win, because we have every single card all the time, and we can always just fleet foot. Ta-da! Rangers! They're broken sometimes!
Who'd have thought the way you fought, you'd be so very brave? Now we need somebody else to fill this empty grave.
The true power of the Guild of Dungeoneering is card draw. If you can have your entire deck in your hand, you've won. There is the Quartermaster's peg leg, because we had every single card we could choose, so we could always just deal 3 damage immediately, or heal if we needed to, or block if we needed to. Also, there's the boat. The Eversail. Pirates, skeletons, now this? This is the final part of the Pirate's Cove. The final section. Who are we going for? Or rather, who are we going to take with us? Who are we going to take? Wait, there's Ham in the trophy room? There is Ham in the trophy room. Mime, Alchemist? We'll take the Alchemist with us. We'll take the H2O Mancer afterwards. Alchemist is a pretty good choice. This, I think, is a tricky one, though. Go away! So, say hi to the Ghost Pirate. Pickpocket, Death, and Sorcery. So, Death is magic, Sorcery is magic, Pickpocket is physical. So, we're doing the same run away from the enemy as usual. We're just going to run away. We're going to face a deckhand, and we're going to put the monkey here, and hope we win! Hope we win, because you're tricky, and we may not survive. I know it is. It's the best place it can be. Ultimately, it's a compromise on where I can place it, and that is where it has been placed. It doesn't block anything important. In this instance, all it blocks is a small part on the right and the latest card that was discarded by the opponent. This is tricky. Maybe go for trying to live, Mr. Dark. That might not happen. I'm going to go for Flask of Acid here. And then Flask of Lightning. And amazingly, Rincewind wins! Right, that's pretty good. That's also pretty good. I feel like picking the Arcane Wand might be better, because we don't get the Stupidity card. Also, it's very wizardy, even though we're not a wizard. Don't be scared. I think it wasn't scared so much as... Oh look, it's an Ancient Mariner. Don't want to face you. Want to go up here, face you. Put this here. Apprentices don't agree with the concept of living very long. Can't block that. Can, however, heal an awful amount of damage. 3. Then we will Mind Strike to draw a card. It's like that card we lost never happened. Oh dear. That kind of hurts. That hurts a lot. But you're dealing 2 to your... Or rather, you're dealing 1 to yourself, so you're down to 2. We can rekindle for 1 and heal 2. And then all we need to do is survive. Which we can easily do with a Flask of Healing. Hurrah! Like it's got the little readout at the bottom. Okay, Leatherbound Home. Ooh, that's very good. That's very good. Fire 2 and Arcane 2. +1 magic, draw a card, heal 2. Yes! Remember to put gold items in the way. You can also put enemies in the way too. Enemies work as well. See? Slows them down. Not sure. Are we ready for an... I don't think we're ready for a Mariner. I don't think we're ready for a Mariner. Then again, are we ready for you? Sorcery, spooky, aquatic, and electrical. I think we're going to face you, and not you. You're frail, which means physical damage gets +1. We don't... Can't really block that. Can't really block that. So you know what? I'm going to negate the damage. And then I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to guess you're going with a magic attack. I was right! Oh-ho! That's good. I'm going to do Mind Strike to draw a card to counter the card you're discarding. And then I'm going to focus to heal up 2, draw another card. And now well, I'm just going to Flask of Healing here, I suppose. It's a good opportunity to gain 2 health. Eventually, we'll have our entire hand in our... Okay, we won't. We have a lot here. If successful, you heal 1. It's not great, but we can Mind Strike for 2 damage and draw another card. Greetings, X7 Tech. How goes it? Per damage, you heal 1. We're going to do this. We have no physical damage to take advantage of that frail. If successful, we discard. Great opportunity to gain some healing. We need that healing. We only need to deal 2 more damage. Okay, we need to deal a little bit more. This is a good opportunity to gain that damage. No way out of this? Oh, you say that. I just found a way out. Eye patch. That's bad, but the eye patch isn't terrible. Interrupt and shift are pretty good. That's also pretty nice, but... Spiky hat gives us Blade, Blade 2, and Armor. Too many cards for Kiko to even notice he had a win earlier. Well, to err is human. Remember, I'm paying attention to chatting, and... I'm chatting and paying attention to chat and playing games. A lot of concentration. I say eye patch. We can always switch it out later. We're doing pretty well for equipping items. I still don't think we're ready for a Mariner, though. I still don't think we're ready for a Mariner. We could be. Are we ready for an Ancient Mariner? He has decay. Alright. We'll give it a go. No, we're giving it a go. Let's see how this goes. I think right now we want to focus. Kiko can do it. I hope you're right. Can't block that, but we can. We can just deal loads of damage to you. That's what I'm gonna do. Just deal loads of damage. Get that decay going. And rekindle. Take 1. You take 2. Take more damage. Okay, not half as terrifying as I thought you'd be. Ta-da! What have we got? High? Not great considering our... Okay. We have several choices here. Several choices. The Flintlock gives us access to Fire 3 and 4, but we lose Growth 2 and Arcane 2, which are really good cards for our build. The Climber's Axe, we lose everything again. And this, we lose it. I actually don't think we should be taking anything here. Growth and Arcane are too useful. They're too useful, we can't lose them. We're going to take gold. I'm going to take gold. That was not a good choice. We need to keep our healing. You're mundane. You are a good opponent to face. You're a very good opponent to face because you're mundane and we deal huge amounts of mundane damage. Yeah, fire's good. But we're a healing class. This is the thing. We deal a lot of damage with Arcane and we heal very quickly. Okay, that's not great. We are taking a huge amount of harm here. I'm going to Flask of Healing here. You have a Bulwark as well. Gonna Fire Blast. We have a... Oh dear, that's active now. That's actually 3 points of damage. We could very well just be dead here. Nope. Not dead. Still alive. Still alive. I mean, we're in trouble now. Oh no, we're not. Flame Lash wins because we have mundane. Yes. Alive and victorious. Okay, options. I think it's time to get rid of Shift and Interrupt and fully embrace Arcane here, because we have Cerebrate right there. Also, that skull looks very silly on our head. Arcane 4, you say? Yes, I say. Yes, I say. We're going to face you again, because we are that much better prepared for this fight now. We're going to rekindle. Deal 2, heal 2. Rincewind, the Rascal Arcane Necromancer. Yep, still no armor. We can't visit a... If only we could visit a store and get some armor. Not how that works. Also, we are totally going to take advantage of the huge amounts of damage we can deal here. And just win. Just win. Okay, we have a body... Ooh! Oh-ho! I think we're ready now. I think we're ready with Rejuvenate and Cerebrate and +1 health. We have Growth 4 and Arcane 4. I don't think our setup is going to get better. Yes, let's get him. Let us totally go and get him. But first... I feel like getting this favor point. Getting this favor point might be pretty good, though we would have to fight a ship's cook to get it. Do you think we can take on a ship's cook? I can do it. Well, famous last words. Let's find out. Don't risk it! Too late! We're risking it! Oh wait. It might not be that risky. And we just took 2 and healed 4. And then, you stole one of my cards! And I healed 4 and drew 2. Then I dealt 3. Okay, this is silly. Oh, you think this is silly? You think this is silly? It's nothing. I mean, you're gonna heal 1, that's fine. Then I'm gonna deal 4. You're gonna rum. I'm going to Mind Strike. You're gonna refresh. And then I am going to Flask of Acid. Kapow! Gotcha. Okay, Frost Armor, no. Warhorn, no. Wooden Shield, no. Always worth checking. Always worth checking. We just want to gain as much favor as we can get en route. Every point of favor we get is more cards we can draw, which gets us closer to what we have is good, yeah. I'm just trying to accumulate some favor. That's all I'm trying to do right now. Accumulate favor. Once the healing momentum gets going, Rincewind is invincible! Oh, the puns. The puns! Oh no, you dealt 3! Actually gained 1 health and drew some cards there. Oh my, this is very silly. We don't have much damage. We can never be too careful, that's why I'm trying to get more favor. I mean, we are going to start taking a lot of harm soon. Good opportunity to negate your healing and draw another card. That hurts a lot. That really hurts a lot. But I can just do this, and then next turn finish you off. That is 5 damage. A refresh only actually gives sets us to 6 health. So actually we would lose health right now if I used refresh. It doesn't give you 6 health, it sets you to 6 health. No. 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 Good, but we lose Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate is too good a card. Deal 2, heal 4 is so much better than Ignite. It's so much better than Ignite here. Especially, if it was any other class, yes. But it's not. Also, Bulwark. The opponent has Bulwark, so that's not going to work either. And 1072 there. 9 months, 4 month streak. Sending is boring, give massive health bar instead. I don't quite get what you're going for there. Rejuvenate is just really good. Magical heal tank is the way to go. It's certainly what I'm trying. Oh no! I dealt no damage. That is a shame. I'm going to restore here. Cerebrate is really good. Cerebrate is a fantastic card. It's just generally great. Complaining about the game not letting us get... Oh, it's happened before. I've gained huge amounts of health in this game before. Also, this is deal 3, heal 4. We're back to full. Also, 3-headed monkey is dead. Ta-da! No, no, definitely not. Don't you just love it when the player character has more health than the boss? We had 22 health last time, yeah. Okay, now it's time to move forward. We've done all we can. We're not fighting any of them. Here comes a ghost! Ha ha ha! Right, what have we got? This could still end terribly. It's not going to end terribly. Good start. Oh, wait. Darn. We had to do it anyway. We had to do it anyway. That's better. Not. Being silly here. Discard, need to draw a card. It's alright, we draw the card anyway. All we need is Cerebrate. If successful, we can't do anything there. I'm going to draw some cards. That's good. Being silly. I'm always being silly. It's something you should know by now. I'm going to Flask of Acid. Deal 4, because we want that unblockable. If successful, we steal... Ooh. If you steal a card, I'm just going to deal 3. You stole Flame Lash. I'm going to... Rekindle will heal me anyway, but it doesn't deal any damage. Flask of Healing. Fire Blast will deal 2. That's true. We can always Healing Flask next turn. You only... That's going to get us the win. Provided... there's nothing blocking. Well, I may have messed it up originally, but I managed to salvage it. Hurrah! I did...
Now showing off is quite a bore.
Oh dear.
And certainly not becoming.
Folks, Rincewind has set himself on fire.
Here, next in store, will surely have you.
Rincewind is on fire, everyone. Shall we put Rincewind out of his misery and have him go into this one? Yep. Rincewind, off your toodle. You're on fire. We tried to get him to, oh no, look at all those enemies there. Leave those coins alone, you hear? Collect 3 mega chests. Each one is guarded by a ghost pirate, so you know that opponent we just fought? We're now going to have to fight them again. Only this time, we're on fire. In hindsight, it's not a surprise. I mean, the weather makes everyone burn. Also, we're going to rely on out-healing our opponent here, which is not going to work at all. But amazingly, we've still won because our opponent dealt 1 damage and we dealt 2. That healing actually did it. It does set your opponent on fire as well. Yeah, we'll go with the paper crown. It will heal us, and considering we're on fire, this is quite important. Okay, nobody tell me that we need to have an ignite build, because we do not need an ignite build right now. In fact, what we need right now is to fight some really easy opponents, because otherwise we're going to burn to death. Case in point, we're on fire. Can't block that, so we're just gonna heal. You're gonna discard my Flask of Lightning. That's fine. It's one durable paper crown. It's made out of, it's not made out of the stuff the paper cups are made out of, that's for sure. Also, I hope everyone's doing well. Despite the fact that I'm doing terribly in all the games that I'm, playing so far. I'm gonna Flask of Acid here. Super paper! Now we just need to heal 1. That'll do it! Ta-da! How come you win so much? Luck. That's good. That's actually really, really good for us, because the Swift card and the Growth card will take it for now. I'll have you walk the planks. We have the choice of... Please, nothing bad. Hey! It's a Fountain of Power. Also you. Also you! I might as well fight both of you! Yeah, indeed, they're mundane. Also, we're on fire. Just thought I'd mention that we're on fire. This is something that is pretty typical for Rincewind, being on fire. I could sing a song about him being on fire, but we don't need to because we've won. Yes, actually, Cosmic, being on fire is typically bad. Okay, we get rid of Holy Seal and we gain Mind Strike and Focus and +1 to starting hand. And we start the Arcane Bonanza. This is a good development. Are we ready for a three-headed monkey, though? Are we ready for a three-headed monkey? Sea monkey? Maybe a mariner? Probably a mariner. I agree, we'll fight a mariner. Also, we're on fire. Good start. The mariner has decay, so we can work with that. Also, being on fire, not great. Going to focus here and out heal your damage. And then out heal your damage. Anyone else having lag problems? I can't speak for you. My connection is apparently good. You're going to mention that we're... Yeah, pretty much, Bindle, because we're on fire. Oh. We could get Fire and Arcane. Rejuvenate's good, but we lose Mind Strike and Focus. You need the healing. Cloak gives us Fire 2 and Fire 3, but we lose Restore and Shift. Refresh is good if we're on fire. Rejuvenate is better than Focus? Yeah, you're right. It is. Peas on the head. Turn starboard and sail away. No. No, we really can't. You know what else I really can't do? I can't really connect up any of these things together. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to end the turn. Hello, Ancient Mariner. We're on fire. I've got to mention it at least twice, because, you know, contractual obligations. We're on fire. Greetings, Ancient Stranger. How goes it? We're on fire! We can deal 2 points of damage, which will deal 3 points of damage, which will do it. This is fine. No, it is not fine. We just need to last this turn. That'll do it. It's overkill, but it'll do it. Either would have worked. I missed the reference? No, I got the reference. I definitely got it. We could get Arcane 2 anyway with the Popsicle. We could also get the Fishing Pole. I was sending him to put him out of his misery, but amazingly we're winning! Popsicle gives us Mind Strike and Focus. Fishing Pole gives us health. Ooh, that is a good point. Health might actually be really good. It's a choice between the Arcane side and health. Focus is good. Stupidity is bad. Being on fire really makes Rincewood appreciate their life and how much they want to remain alive calmly. I'm going with the Fishing Pole. I'm going with the Fishing Pole. It gives us more health. Do I fight a three-headed monkey here? Do I fight a three-headed monkey? Yes, I do. I do. Bulwark does not give immunity to burning because it happens at the beginning of the turn. So See, it happens right now, before damage is even calculated. That's a pretty good start. We got cards that give us 4 hit points. Is getting at the start really that big a deal? That'll deal 2 damage and heal 2. This is good. We have cards that deal lots of damage, or heal lots of damage, but ultimately we need to draw them, is the main point. We also gain some favor there. And we can't gain favor here, but we can win. Oof indeed. Okay, Flintlock. Mace. Ice Shield. I actually think right now we're going to end up with Ignite and Flame Lash. Ironically, we ended up with a fire build anyway. Do you know what? I think we're actually ready for the Ghost Pirate. I think we're ready for the Ghost Pirate. So let's do this and make our way over. And while we're doing so, we'll fight you. It wasn't originally meant to be a fire build, it is now. You can actually make people even more on fire. This is something that can happen. You can set people even more on fire. They then start burning for 2 a round. Gonna use Flask of Acid here, because right now being fast doesn't matter. We gain more favor. No. Just no on that one. We have Refresh for next turn. But unfortunately, he healed a point of damage. But we can mitigate with Rekindle. There we go. Okay, Wolf Pelt.
A pouch of gold.
More on fire? Congratulations, sir. You have been upgraded to Napalm. Thank you very much. Wolf Pelt, I think, is actually pretty good here. We're not going to be using Interrupt that often, but +1 health is very good. We need that health because we're currently on fire. You're easy to defeat. We also need to be mindful that we don't want to block ourselves from the rest of the ghosts. Yeah, we're on fire, did you know, Cindy Pool? It's shocking. Well, Alchemist is on fire. Best not to think about that, Cantum. And now the running joke of being on fire. Since when were we on fire? I know, it's surprising. Also, we have just won. Why do I expect that Rincewind spend most of his time in the bath? Probably. Feathered Cap does nothing. Does nothing. We could just replace our peas with a Feathered Cap, but to be honest, I think some gold might be nice. You're following me? That's fine. We're going to place some gold here. We're going to place some gold here. And then we're going to place a monkey. Are you aggressive? Yes, you are. No point placing you there. Let's fight a ghost. We're on fire. Can't stop you from stealing my cards, but we can deal loads of damage to you. That's a nasty card to steal. I don't like the fact that it's faster. You're going to heal 1. I'm going to draw a card. We're taking damage, but we're drawing. Per blocked. Well, you're not going to block anything. And then we are going to Flask. I don't want to set the world on... Yep. Burn prevents... Oh, yes, it does, because you take damage, every turn. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Fire Blast wins. Rincewind's Flask Globe adventure continues quite steadily. Rincewind is still defying the odds and winning. So, Warhorn is an option. But the +1 health is good and the favor gain is good. Honestly, I don't think we need to change any of our cards right now. Fire 4 is good, but we lose the favor gain and the health. The favor gain is good. The vest gives us armor and arcane, but we lose +1 health and rejuvenate. We need that health. We're going to keep the health. The health is good. And we're not going to fight anyone here. No need to. We have the mega chest here. We do need that, though. And that. And we won't put you there. No need to. I like Rincewind's going around with a fishing pole that's on fire. No. We already have Blessed, so that doesn't work. Doesn't stack. That's bad. And ironically, this is bad as well, because Rejuvenate is so much better, so take more gold. Now we'll fight you. And you. Place this down and slowly head down here. Yeah, it wasn't a very good box. It wasn't a very good box. Also, we're on fire. I love this heal build. It is absurdly good. I didn't anticipate... Let's see what happens if this happens. Now you're burning and you're on fire. Double burn! I mean, if you thought your day was bad, now you're on super fire. It's like mega fire. Also, that's pretty bad because we're losing rejuvenate. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Take more gold. Burning and on fire. Yep, super fire. Gonna do that. This. That. The Ancient Mariners are actually the easiest foe by far. Nothing can replace that, but I'm hoping to find things that will, you know, just... Alright, Ancient Mariner is on super fire now. Will that trigger... No, I don't think it will. Which is a shame. But now you're gone. The fire is on fire. Quick! And there we go. Snowballs? No. Red mail? No. Mace? No. This is going very quickly. We're doing very well here. Don't need to fight anyone. We'll fight someone here. Ooh. Considering he's both on fire and healing, technically Rincewind is a phoenix. I like that explanation there, Mr. Megahasi. Thank you very much for the bits. Gonna do this, gonna do that. Going to wait. Then we have a straight line over to that chest. And a monkey we can fight. And we'll do this to connect that up. We have 3 favor. He's just being mean now, bullying these poor undead pies. To be fair, I have a phoenix with a wizard hat in his head. Oh! Ooh. That's bad. That's not a good start at all. Ha! I'm gonna bank this damage. And do huge amounts of harm to you. We could potentially be in trouble here. Gain more favor, though. We need to deal... Acid will indeed give us the victory. It will. But that was close. That was what I was at. Okay, Owl Familiar gives us... Okay, that does nothing. The Ice Shield gives us a ton of cards we don't want. The Owl Familiar gives us Wise, Holy Seal, and Smite. But we lose the +1 health, and we lose the favor gain. I'm going to be honest, I actually like our equipment as it is. I don't think we want to get this. The Owl's good, but that +1 health is good too. The +1 health is really good. Our build's good. Yeah, we're reliably winning. There is no need to change what we've got. But we will face opponents, because facing opponents gives us even more money. Especially when we get the fire ability here. Where is it? Oh, we didn't get it. We got Rejuvenate, though. The Owl will be deposited in the guild house as a stand-in chump. The Owl has to be careful. There's another reason why I didn't pick the Owl, because it would be on fire. This is something to consider. We don't want it to be on fire. Money is indeed why we are here. That is very true. Money is why we're here. And we just won with more fire. Bone armor. No. Popsicle. No. Cursed bow. Nah. Gold it is. I do like this music being here, though. Don't have anything to connect up. That's okay. We can work towards this area. Burn everything! That's exactly what we're doing. Yeah, Cursed Bow is pretty bad right now. There we go. More fire! Gonna let you steal a different card. That's fine. Steal the Flask of Healing, it only gives you 1 health. We're just gonna do this. And... Fire Blast for 2. That Flask of Healing really isn't helping you. Blocked? You're not going to be blocking anything, because you're on Super Fire! Red Mail. No. Doomplate. No. Horned Helmet. No. Darn it. Enemy heals if you do no damage. Well, fortunately we're dealing loads of damage. None of these are particularly great. We need something that goes down and then round. Super Fire. The best fire. I mean, you're not wrong. It is. Gonna do that. And wait. Then we have something that can go down. Okay, do we want to gain Mind Strike, Focus, and Arcane No, actually we really don't. Of gold. Kika, remember that you can also build from the Ghost's position. That's true, I can. I never think about that. Thank you. I never think about that. What have we got? I could do... Actually, I can't build from the Ghost's position. It's not letting me. I can only build from a position where I've placed something. So there we go. I actually can't do that. Nothing really to place. We're just going to have to wait for the right cards. That technically could be a right card. It gives us another way down. It's very annoying, especially on that mission where in Ice Cream Headaches where it's timed. That's pretty annoying. Okay. Okay, that leads that way. So we can now go down and across. Every space explored is 2 gold. That's true. It is. I'm going to stop here for this turn. We have 6 favor. We just need to find cards that bring us to... we just need to find cards that bring us there. Game! Give me the cards that I need! Please! Game's like, no. You want cards? You want cards that bring you to the location that you desire? You fool! Instead, you'll fight monkeys and be in danger. I believe in no heart of the cards. Use dead ends to block roads so the game will give you what you need. That is not guaranteed. Blocking it off does not guarantee that the game will give you what you want. It's all random. It's all random. The game could just decide it's not going to give you what you need. The game will quite happily let you block yourself in. It'll give you the cards, and if you do it, it's just like, well done, you've, I do believe in the heart of being on fire right now with Rincewind. It is doing pretty well for him. Right, what have we got? That's useless. That is very much useless. I had one run that lasted a really long time because I built such a giant labyrinth that my dungeoneer just kept exploring rather than going to the boss. I could see that. By the way, every time we fight one of these monkeys and get rejuvenate, it's an instant favor. We have 10 favor. You know what we're going to do when we face the ghost? I'm going to draw my entire deck. That's what I'm going to do. We have 11 favor now. I'm just going to draw everything. I'm going to draw every single card that we have when we finally get there. Nope. Nope. Well, I don't even know why I'm looking. We have 13 favor now. That way. That way. We're getting there. It'll be a drawn-out fight in that we will draw everything. Also, look, we're actually making a path. It's happening, everyone. We're nearly there. We just need something that goes up. So close. So close. I can't believe Rincewind is... I was like, we'll just put Rincewind, we'll just deal with Rincewind. You know, Rincewind will just perish here, I thought. Nope, Rincewind refuses to perish and just keeps living. He's like, nope, true to my character, I'm too stubborn, won't do it. You stole my flask of healing. Ghost, more like toast. Pretty much. Also, you're on super fire now. Just because. He's not an ice cream monk after all, that's true. He's not. Do. Terrible. Terrible. Why am I even looking? Nope, that's not gonna connect up. It's not gonna connect up. We need something that goes up. You draw your entire deck? Yes, so it's against the rules, isn't it? Actually, I can do what I like. Because the power of favors. You know what? We're just starting with super fire. We are just That confirms that the burn damage actually counts as damage for the purpose of decay. Because we dealt 1 point of damage there, and the burn damage stacked up for decay. If I just do nothing right now, he'd then take a point of decay because of the self-damage and the burn damage. Like, victory is assured here. There's no way I can lose. I don't need any of these. I just need to go forward.
Pouch of
We like Casper the Friendly Ghost versus Ragnaros the Fire Lord. Pretty much. Also, look. We've actually connected this up. Do you want to know how much gold we're going to get? It's going to be absurd. It's going to be absurd. All of the gold. Hundreds of gold. Not over 9,000. Not that much. The game's generous, but not that generous. No, it won't be enough to buy something. We need a lot of gold for that. This let you do it. Nothing. There you go. There's literally nothing else we can really gain that will help us out, so we're just going to do this. In return, take out this ghost and finally get our treasure. Finally. You're just going to start on super fire. You took shift, that's fine, you're on super fire. Oh yes, time to draw. Very true. Let's just draw these. No. Keep drawing. Keep drawing. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. We're not done yet. There we go. Now you're on even more fire. We do. Now you're on even more fire. I wasn't going to burn, don't worry. I counted that very exactly. It was close, but they were on super fire. And now we win. There's literally nothing that will stop us. Stop, he's already on fire. I know, but it was ultra fire. Hooray! 369 gold.
Do you have any decency, I wonder? Like the Ivory League of Explorers. Instead you pillage and plunder and...
Rincewind in best Discord fashion bungles his way to a win in the most convoluted way possible while on fire. Congratulations! Methinks it's time for you to have a bit of a rest, Rincewind, because fire. We have over 2,000 now, that is true. We can actually buy something else. Guild Pirate back at the guild puts on sunglasses. You do realise, Guild Master, that there is a person currently running around the hall screaming, "Help, help, I'm on fire, where's the bathroom? I need to not be on fire." Yes, I am aware of this. Is he alright? Yeah, it's just normal. Rincewind is, just on fire. I don't think Rincewind was on fire all the time. What does it say in the Pirate's Code that there's anything against someone being on fire in the guild? No. Exactly. Right, what are we getting? We have a lot of things. We could actually, pick the Crone's Mind Shrine, which means that you start with +1 in your starting hand and Arcane 1. There is also, this shrine that gives you +1 loot choice slot and start with a level 1 loot choice. There is also +1 to first physical damage in battle and crush 1. And finally, there is +1 and Holy 1. Artificer? There's the Math Magician, there's a Cartomancer, there's a Grail Knight, and there is a Troubadour. Holy won't be good for poor old Burning Rincewind. I think the Gear one might be useful. Then again, this one might be useful, because it gives us Arcane 1 and gets us that much closer to Arcane 4 whenever we build a... Artificer's on the far right. What does it do? Inventive. Never finds common loot. Ooh, you are interesting. You are very interesting. Now, please, the macro, do not spam. I know you're trying to be helpful, but spamming is not the best thing to do. That's the Artificer. We also have the Math Magician, who has Bisect, which is if your opponent has exactly double your health, +2 to magic damage. There is the Cardomancer, who's a rules lawyer. If you take 2+ damage on a turn, you draw a card. Interesting deck there. There is the Most Holy Grail Knight that has the Retribution ability. If you take 3 damage in a turn, you deal 1 magic damage. Lots of really interesting cards, including magic healing physical damage cards. And finally, there is the Troubadour, who has the Spell Sword. +1 to physical attacks next turn when you deal magic damage. They have nice mixtures of cards, some decent defensive cards. But to be honest, I think maybe we should get an Artificer. They just seem very peculiar. We'll go for it. I think Artificer will be fun. They all look pretty good, don't worry. We'll be able to unlock pretty much all of them. We'll be We'll build it. It's a workshop. It goes here. We need a name.
An artificer has the brains and the smarts.
Oh, it's an artificer, not an artificer. Not an artificer.
So very astute, they can make things from loot. So they love to be in on the action.
Cosmic Afro has just redeemed me. I hadn't thought about me being used here, but okay, sure. If you wanna be the person, you can be them. Oh, Cosmic Hang on. It's being silly. There we go. There we go. Cosmic Afro. Cosmic Afro is back. It's the rules. Spent 20,000. Cosmic Afro is the Artificer. Shall we send the Artificer against the final mission of the game? Well, of the expansion, not the game. There's a lot more to the game. Loser walks the plank. Winner gets the gold. This could be the shortest run ever, Cosmic. But if you want to go down in a blaze of glory, we can have you go down in a blaze of glory. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah, he perishes. That could very well be the worst thing that could happen. It's all fine. Right, in you go. By the way, this is a 3rd tier adventurer, so they get even more health than all the other ones. Dare ye come to fight me? Rescue the Swashbuckler. Captain Rosalita attacks in 10 turns. Skilled doesn't get level 1 or 2 cards, and crewmate. So we want to avoid defeating crewmates. Also, there is a Master Gunner, and there is a Buccaneer, and there's you. They changed the hit point rules back. More hit points are unlocked now. Finishing it. Oh. Well, it looks like they do. I mean, this person is starting with 8 points of health. So, we've got a lot of health for a level 1 character. You got a lot of health. She is coming to us. That's true. Now, let's see what we can do. A lot of health won't save you if Lady Luck wants you dead. Very true. Right, we could Spyco Shield to entirely mitigate damage here. We could Static Field to gain 2 damage. We could just deal 2 damage with the Reflecting Ray, or we could Thought Extractor to clone the enemy's next card. Which, to be honest, isn't a bad idea. See what we get. Oh, goody! That's a good card to get. However, Zap-O-Matic will help us out here and heal us up a bit. Then we can Spyco Shield. And finally, we can Reflecting Ray. Kapow! Level 2. Okay, we get no common loot. So we're just getting rare and uncommon, which may not necessarily be a good thing. Fish Scale gives us Arcane 1 and +1 health, the Spyglass gives us ranged, and the Brass Knuckles give us Crush 2. You're going to bed early? Got a bit of a sniffle? Well, so long, Uncle Putt. Thank you very much for being here. Ranged? How much physical damage do we have? Where does he get all these wonderful toys? Mostly magic. We only have one physical attack, so I think we're going to go for the fish scales right now. And Netswa just subscribed. 5 months. Thank you so very much. That is so very generous. What we're going to do is we're going to pick this, and then we're going to look at what our opponent has. Yellow-bellied swine. You have Pickpocket, Armed, Rage, and Irritable. Right, we need physical defense, and we need it pretty badly, because that is a lot of health and a lot of damage. Also, no level 1 or level 2 cards, so that's a bother. That is a huge bother. I'm going to face a Werecrab Mage here. We need to get levels, we need to get... She also has the crewmate ability, so we need to make sure we don't fight people with crewmate. Going physical gets, if successful, you discard. Well, we are going to Brain Enhance Serum here to counter that. No level 1-2 cards, doesn't actually get any rage. That's actually a good point. It doesn't actually get any rage cards. At all. I'm just going to clone your next card. That's not a bad card. Oh, rage starts at level 3. We're going to do this. Just draw more cards. And then we're just going to start dealing damage to you. If successful, I'm going to do a static field. I'm still going to take 1, it's still going to heal, but we're going to deal 2. You'll have to fight the Buccaneer next to her, though. It has aggressive. It comes straight to us. That's the thing. She's going to come to us eventually. I'm going to deal Thought Extractor. I'm going to get more cards this way. Get a shock. That's not wonderful. We can't block this, so we're going to Zap-O-Matic. I don't think we can get to her. Probably not wrong. That'll do it. Any of these will do it, actually. We'll just use Splash. Use your own card against you. So we need physical. That's what we need. We need a lot of physical defense. With that in mind... Ooh. If we could get a Point of Fate, that would be a really, really good item. But we don't have that Point of Fate right now. Balaclava gives us Swift 2 and Tenacious. Tenacious is nice. Shift and Interrupt aren't bad. We lose 3 health if we take that now. That's true. We go down to 6. You go for Swift 4 with a Spear or Crossbow. Daisy Chain gives us +1 health and Rekindle, but Rekindle is not good here. I think Balaclava. Is better. Tenacious is useful. We could always try and get a... We're not coming closer. We're actually staying further away. I'm actually going to fight another one of these. Because we're not ready to fight a level 3 opponent yet. We have a lot of health. Also, we can block this. And we have a card that actually deals physical damage now for the Frail ability. We actually have a card that'll do it. Good choice. Darn it. That's kind of unfortunate. However, we have Zap-O-Matic here to zap and heal. I'm going to shift here. Draw a card. And then we'll just do this. I mean, it's not going to win because you have the healing, but we'll clone your card, which is actually a pretty good card. We know that it's that, so we then just interrupt here and win. Right, physical defense. Thermals. Mage's robes. Thermals are okay. We get growth, we get fire blast, we get repel. Holy does come with multi-block. The hood looks okay. We lose tenacious though. All extraction does nullify conceal. We want physical defense. The game gives only magic stuff. Yeah, thermals might be our best bet here. I'm going with thermals for now. Thermals are a decent fit. And I think if there's like a mariner, we can take that on. Oh, giving us only level 2 opponents, I see. Well, that is a thing you could do. Fine. We'll try and get all the favor we can get. We can block that. We do look very cozy. I mean, we shouldn't be wearing all this hot stuff considering the place we are in. Going to the beach decked out for the mountain. That's what we're doing. We know the next card is Bite, which is not powerful. Zap-O-Matic is just a really good card. It's very good. Blocked? There isn't going to be any block. At least we're not on fire. Very true. Okay, now we can take this. Now we can take this. Or we could take that. Ooh, that's very good. Haste is good. Yeah, gotta take the crossbow here. Gotta take that crossbow. And again, game's giving us no level 3 opponents, so we're just going to pick this one here. Why is the bow angry? Because it's only just been picked, that's why. Gonna use Static Field here, block that damage, deal 2. Then we're gonna use Fleet-Footed. Deal 3.
A pouch of gold.
Afro looks like he's about to knock over ye old lick. No, we're just stealing from pirates. Also, haste coming in great usefulness here. And we will Spyco Shield. It's a crossbow. Yep, that it is. Zap-O-Matic here for the win. Ta-da! Armor. Fire Blast and Rekindle for Mind Strike and Retribution. If you take 3+ damage in a turn, you deal +1 magic. You deal 1 magic damage. It thins our deck of some pretty meh cards. And we get Retribution. Yeah, we'll take it. It's actually armor, too. We're running out of turns, though, to get some good stuff. Okay, are we able to take on a Ghost Pirate? Can we do it? Well, I'm going to have to try. Otherwise, we're never going to get to level 4. We need level 4 loot. Or level 3 loot, rather. Good start. We don't deal damage, but we don't take damage either. I'm going to use the Thought Extractor here and clone your next card. No. Bulwark. I'm being a fool. Fleet-Footed, however, will do a trick. Per blocked. This will draw a card anyway, and that's what I want. Per damage taken? These are all terrible. Ugh. I'm under a reflecting ray here. I don't want to lose haste because it's just a really... The problem here is we're only dealing one card. That's a little better. Oh yeah, Bullet made him steal. Unfortunate, but what can you do? Can't block this, though. We might be in trouble here. No, I don't think we're in that much trouble. We can Braid Enhance Serum here to counter the... and draw more cards. We can block that. We can block that. Problem is we're blocking lots of cards. We're not dealing a lot of damage. At all. We nearly have our whole deck in our hands, though. In fact, we now do have our whole deck in our hands. So now we can do whatever we like, including Zap-O-Matics here. Every turn, if need be. And every time you do something silly, we can just haste. Now we can just zap him to death. Every turn he deals... Yep, every turn he deals that amount of damage, we can just zap. A little bit hairy, but drawing that favor card really helped out. Right. Padded vest. Ooh, a pouch of gold. Now you are invulnerable and can chip damage him to death, and that's exactly what I did. Okay, we have choices here. That's not good. Padded vest, we lose retribution, but we gain focus. Focus is still a really good card. Heal 1, draw 1, +1 damage next turn. Yeah. We don't have an offhand item. The horn gives us... Retribution won't come into play too often. There are offhands that give more arcane. We'll go with this for now. We only have 4 turns. I'm nervous about this. Aha! Mariners. We can deal with Mariners very easily. They're not a tough level 3 foe. I'd really like an offhand that will give us a lot of cool stuff. There we go. We have a lot of health. All more health. Health would be good as well. Watch out for crewmates. I am. I haven't drawn a single crewmate card. Decay makes this a lot easier. Decay's just... That's a really good card to see, considering I don't have many damage cards right now. Sure, we'll headbutt you. Headbutt-a-thon! The winner is Cosmic Afro! Right, what do we get? Offhand item? Yes. Methinks that's pretty good. I mean, that's okay. That's meh. This is good. +1 to healing and Holy Seal seems nice. And it stacks so well for us. It does. It really does. It's a really good item to see. We may not necessarily win. Don't count your chickens yet. Our opponent still has a lot of health. Probably should have done that the other way around, but ah well. Fleet-footed. Count chickens 0. Exactly. Don't do it. We don't have any yet. We don't know how things will go. Gotta watch out for your rum card. The main thing we have to consider is that we don't have the ridiculous amount of healing that we did with the Alchemist. We don't have that. Also, we've just won. Kapow. Ice Shield, meh. Mace, meh. Alpine Horn, meh. Nah. Gold, methinks. We are not doing well when it comes to physical defense, though. This is something I'm worried about. I'm worried about the lack of physical defense we have. We have this and one more fight. So we're going to go into this with four favor. With the super draw, provided we draw the super draw. This is the thing, we have to draw that super draw. If we don't have it, then we're in trouble. Sure. This actually is deal 2, heal 2 now with Blessed. Just draw until you get haste every turn. Good idea in practice. In actuality, we could just die before then, because the captain has 14 health and an absurd amount of damage capability. But we'll see what happens. Well, we don't want to pick the Masquerade Mask. We could lose Focus and Mind Strike for Scale Mail, but I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it because both of those draw cards and that gets us closer to drawing our ridiculous cards. So I think we stick with gold. Focus heals 2. It's pretty good for the heal. I'll sink you me boat before you can have her. And our final opponent for this final bit of favor is a Ghost Pirate. Let's see how we do. That's not a good start at all. But if we Thought Extractor, we know what your next card is. It's Darkness. So we know what it is. There's no point countering it with a static field. We'll just Brain Enhance Serum here, because Bulwark. Then we heal some more. Then we Darkness, just to deal up, just to get rid of the card, really. Haste to draw lots of cards. Spyco Shield to block that. Interrupt to block that. And then we focus. I don't think the card draw thing works for the opponent. Per blocked? Well, there's going to be no block because we're going to deal 3. And heal 2. Then we are going to deal 2. And then we're going to... can't win here. Haste time. What's the super draw? It's getting haste, and then using all of our card drawing cards to draw lots of cards. And then slowly but surely we zap our opponent into oblivion. You stole my Brain Enhance Serum. And we win. Yep, we win. I don't have the health draw that I had on other... Okay. I don't think that's worth it, purely because Focus and Mind Strike and Repel are more important. I think we're as good as we'll ever be. We have 4 favor. Enough with your bilge. The draw... Oh, there she is. She has more health than us. Bad start. However, haste comes in handy here. We then Brain Enhance Serum, because it counters the damage and draws us 2 more cards. We don't necessarily want to draw cards for Fate. Sometimes we want to discard an enemy card. Sometimes we'll want to do that. This is fine, though. stealing my cards anyway? Well, I'm gonna draw a card. What are you stealing? Holy Seal? I'm not that bothered about that. You're not going to... I'm gonna clone one of your cards, actually. Hey! I got Holy Seal back, everyone! It's like I never lost the card to begin with. Also, I'm just gonna draw more cards. What do we got? Can't block all of that. I'm just gonna draw more cards. Then I'm gonna Zap-O-Matic. This is what happens to Cosmic Afro both times we ditched him in Death Road to Canada. I think it's safe to say we might be in a good situation here. I think we have got this. I think we have. I think we have. In fact, we are going to fleet foot here. And win.
Well, victory, it being such a fine fleeting thing, is often not to be found. Who knows what horrors the future may bring? So cherish it while it's around.
Ah, victory is ours. Who makes gold coins out of chocolate? The entire hold is full of foil-covered chocolate. These pirates are fools. No wonder we romped them. Turns out the only thing of real value in their treasure was the scepter and crown that the crabs stole. At least those are tucked away in the trophy room. Still, trophies don't keep me in the style of which I'm accustomed. Trophies don't pay the bills. Trophies don't keep a mess hall full of hungry dungeoneers happy. What am I supposed to feed them? Chocolate? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Tonight we dine on chocolate, my lovelies. And so that's the end of the fearsome Rosalita and her crew. What an adventure. Now with sailors, swashbucklers, and H2O-mancers added to the guild, we'll be unstoppable. P.S. Ugh, spoke too soon. Seems all it took to stop us was bellyaches. Chocolate was a terrible idea for dinner. We get the fancy bedchamber for the swashbuckler.
With distinguished style and 5-star flair, demanding a room with a butler, with fancy footwork and even fancier hair. Come on, give us a twirl. Swashbuckler. Yeah.
Trying to make sure this is a capital U. That's a normal U. That's a... Okay, the U's are really tiny differences. That's... Ural. Congratulations, Ural. You're the swashbuckler. If anyone's curious about what swashbucklers can do, they have show off. If you take no damage this turn, +1 to your next physical. They're good at blocking and they're good at attacking. And that's pretty much all they do. So if anyone's curious as to how we're doing, that's it.
Mayhem! Yippee!
And, Dead East just subscribed. Congratulations on subscribing to the channel with somebody who sometimes does things well. Thank you very much. It's so very generous of you. Wait. Hold the phone here. You've already cleared the Pirates' Cove? Yes, already? Yes. But that's so much faster than last time. You cheated, didn't you? No, you didn't. You did. You used Twitch chat and you got help from then. You're not allowed to do that. The Pirates' Code says so. Oh, really? Find it for me. What? Find in the Pirates' Code where it says I'm not allowed to use Twitch chat. It's in there. Then find it for me. All right then. Fine. I will. You can't find it, can you? No, it's definitely here. It's over there, and yes, page 213, paragraph 6, lines 2 to 20. Yes, I'm just gonna click over. Thank you very much, Mr. Dark. We'll show you here. Pirates Code rule number 5873. All pirates wearing pink hats must fly the Jolly Roger sideways while going through a Force 2 wind storm and attacking a galleon with no more than 13 cannons. Wait. That's not what you said it was. Clearly they got it. Yeah, see, Chapter 7, Section 12, Paragraph 3. I'm gonna flick to this, and Bindle's gonna get it right. Okay, here we go. Paragraph 3. All pirates who eat ship's biscuits are required by pirate law to sing "Hey Ho, the Ship Biscuit Comes." I don't think that's it either. Can you just concede that it's not actually there? Oh, yeah, that's paragraph 5. Let's go back to, ship's biscuits must comprise at least 5% weevils. Just admit that you're wrong. I will not admit that I'm wrong. That is in the Pirates Code, page 2. Oh, really? See, page 2. Pirates never admit that they're wrong. Okay, that one you're right on. But you're not right on the other. I'm just gonna go over here. Indeed, Twitch chat is... Here we go, page 233, paragraph 2. There it is. Twitch chat is not allowed to help, except on days ending in a Y. Can you tell me what day it is? Sure, it's Wednesday-o? I don't think it's Wednesday-o. It totally is Wednesday-o. Admit you're wrong. I'm going over here to sulk. Yar. And with that, we have done with the Pirates Cove. We've also done with the Mountains of Num. So, we've actually done both of the expansion areas. You know what time it is now. It's time to actually carry on with the main story. You know, that thing that we were doing? The main storyline? Here? Yeah, we just got the Orb of Nosiness and we're going to where the Ivory League wanted to check out. So we've dealt with the first expansion and the second expansion, and here we are. You want to send the Swashbuckler in? Sure. Oral it is. Defeat Medusa before you get turned to stone. This could end badly. This could end very badly. I will have my vengeance! Petrified in 10 turns. She's a night owl. She has -1 health if surrounded by 5 tiles or more. And she has demonic, venom, and ghoulish, which I'm pretty sure means that she has mostly magic. This is unfortunate considering we have mostly physical. However, we could place some pixies down and work our way over to here. I'm sure we'll be fine against pixies. Probably not fine against pixies. Moves adjacent towards adjacent gold. If successful, we discard. We're just going to lunge at you. Haha! You have to go for today. I wish you and the Swashbuckler good luck. I wish everyone a fun stream. Well, thank you very much for being here. We'll be fine. It's pixies. By the way, they have magic damage, and we're not good at dealing with magic damage. We have 10 turns before imminent death. We'll be fine. We just have to get to Medusa before those 10 turns expire. Also, I've got some bad news for you. We're at 1 health, and our opponent is also at 1 health. So we need to deal some damage while our opponent isn't dealing damage. And that's literally impossible for us, so we lose. Darn it. Well, you did well.
We always know they have no chance, especially when they wet their pants. But
Those bugglers were not swashed.
Survives. Hurrah! Hurrah!
Well, that was fun.
Hooray!
Give it a 5 out of 10. Darn it. Time to send the serious dungeoneers. Where are you? Artificer. The health difference is significant. Like, you have 2 extra health.
Mayhem!
And Cav just gifted a sub to Ada. 22 subs in all gifted, Cav. Thank you so very much. That is so very generous of you. Thank you. We're going to put this up here. We're going to fight pixies! And then we're going to end turn. So there is a fountain here of awesomeness and loot. Serious Dungeoneers, the clown. We always send in the clowns. So now we have our entire deck in our hand. So we can just start dealing lots of damage, like so. And every turn, Zap-O-Matic. Like this. Oh no! Now we don't necessarily have the card that we want. This is terrible. Now we have the card that we want. And we win. If we keep our, oh wait, Tenacious! Now we win! Forgot about Tenacious. Hang on. No, it only worked once. See, the only actual classes in the game is the clowns. All the other classes, different types of clown. Right, Arcane Wand. Sabretooth is bad because we are fate cursed. Brass Knuckles. Methinks we're going to take the wand and maybe build a silly arcane build. This could happen. This might happen. It's probably gonna happen. So, we then do this. We don't place any people here because jungle shamans are bad, bad news. Oh, thunder's getting loud, eh? We haven't had thunder yet. But it probably will arrive. You're predictable, which means we know what's coming. It's a blood-starved bat. And we're going to... we don't want that card. Or Rekindle. Greetings, Darkover. How goes it? That'll do it. Embrace the arcane. Trust me, I will if I can. We need more arcane stuff. Offhand... Fire... Wise... Fire gives us more health. Wise gives us more starting cards. Yeah, actually, I think we're going to pick the rope. Seems strange, we're going to pick the rope. Daisy Chain gives us growth and +1 health. Cultist Robe's Hood gives us fire and Holy 2. Which isn't bad. It's Smite and Holy Seal. But I think that... I probably want Holy here. Yeah, we'll pick that for now. We want to do this. And fight a Lizard Man. Which actually reduces... Leader. You gain health for every minion. Oh, there are Scorpions, by the way. Scorpions are bad news. Holy for magic defense, that's a good plan. I'm gonna brain enhance serum here. I need blessed, really. I need that medallion. The medallion's really good. Leader will vanish. Yeah, once the lizard's dead, the leader will vanish. That is true. Hubble. Gonna Spyco shield. Also, because we have loads of squares around the lizard man, actually the lizard man has less health than normal. Which is good. And that'll do it. Discard a card does not matter, for we have prevailed, and we're level 3. Frozen peas. I think the thermals here. Flame Lash and Restore are pretty good. Flame Lash and Restore are pretty good. Heal 2, deal 2. Yep, thermals. Again, worst thing to be bringing into this dungeon, but there we go. Look me in the eye, adventurer. Oh, look! It's an owl bear. This is a terrible thing to fight, but we don't have much choice. Cav, you're going to get us killed. Owlbears are scary in this game. They are very scary. It's a Cav Sonya! Indeed! Ow. I'm gonna block that while I can. Gonna zap-o-matic while I can. Ooh, these are getting bad. We're only managing to tread water here. Oh, and now it gets terrible. Gonna discard, but we're slowly dealing damage and healing. No, it doesn't want to give me a hug, it wants to kill me. Also, we won. We won! Hurrah! Okay. We have the horn! Now we move up. And have at thee with you. Holy, holy cards, Batman! Yes, indeed. So, we can't really do much against that, but we can zap-o-matic it to mitigate one of the health points. Oh, Jungle Shamans are nasty because they have a really good card that allows them to conceal, and it deals 3 points of damage. Not that. But discarding is bad news. That's not the worst card to discard. We'll just rekindle here. These were the bane of my original LP. Raid Enhanced Serum here. Also, Fiery Weapon. Good card. Here it is! There's the card. I'm just gonna static field here. Oh yeah, Reflecting Ray would have totally killed him. Darn it. It's okay though, we still won. We still won! Right. Snowman Body, nah. Spiky Shield, nah. Alpine Horn, we're just gonna take another Alpine Horn. And... Cavalier's Hat. Awful. Not good. Do we want Bulwark instead of... That actually might be really good. That actually might be really, really good. Medusa will... Well, we have some pretty good... we have some pretty good block cards. We might actually be ready right now to take on Medusa. I think we're actually ready to take on Medusa right now. We have pretty good cards. I say we do it. I say we move forward. We don't have enough things surrounding you. We only have 2 things there. Night Owl means if there's lots of things surrounding the opponent, they lose a point of health. 5 squares. Discard? Well, we can counter that. Nothing bad will happen. Bad things might happen. Disclaimer. I'm just dealing lots of damage to you right now. That Divine Shield card, pretty good. I'm going to clone your next card and counter the Conceal. Your next card is Flare. That's rather weak. We can just Fire Blast here. Stalling might also be a bad idea. We don't want to get too far away. That's very true. We don't want to get too far away. There we go. Right. Final card. No. We just lose Rekindle and Flintlock. Ooh. Flintlock. Oh, Flintlock. That's a final card here with Ignite. Yes! Fire is back! This is a bad idea. Almost out of time. Nah, not really. Fascinating. Good. A proper fight. You don't have much health at all. Medusa is kapowed. Ooh, that's a little bit bad, but we have Reflecting Ray to bounce it right back. I forgot to place tiles. We couldn't have placed enough. Couldn't have placed enough tiles. Static Field. We only have to deal 2. And there's our 2. Do you think the Artificer might be a bit powerful for this area of the game? If so, you're right.
3 cheers for your lucrative plundering, after all your aimless blundering.
Ooh, holy.
How you rode your luck without getting stuck. Left me and your enemies wondering.
Also, new Swashbuckler, because the first Swashbuckler went so well. What's it gonna be? I don't think it's that I'm just that good. I think we got quite lucky there. Errol Flynn? Well, somebody suggested Errol Flynn. I don't think anyone's here to roll. I could roll. I'll roll. Oh no! Cav, that doesn't actually summon Cav. There we go. We have, just gotta click out, click in. We have Babcom. Congratulations, Babcom. You are the new Swashbuckler. Also, new thing here. It is the snakeskin belt. Shall we go on a new expedition? We have the Sapphire of Tlaloc and Double Trouble. You see where that one might be going. And we also have All Mixed Up. These are all 2 mission ones. I think we should go for the Sapphire of Tlaloc. Just gotta steal the Sapphire. Well, so long, Space Paladin. I'm gonna go for the Sapphire right now. Although some people want to go for Double Trouble. Also, did I mention it's hot? The only way to summon Cav is to redeem the Thank Cav rewards. I mean, that would do it. That'd do it. Get saving. How about some Barbarian time? Alright, you want a Barbarian? We'll send the Barbarian into the Sapphire area. Let's go. Also, I'd like to draw your attention to the fact that throughout most of these runs, we have been using the draw a card thing. Imagine, if you will, if you went into this next encounter. Okay, this, by the way, looks very not too difficult. Famous last words, Pixie's going to destroy us. Imagine, if you will, if we only drew 3 cards. Because that very much is what would happen. We would draw 3 cards. That's 1. We can do that. That's unfortunate. Oh no, we're okay. Oh, we're okay. We are okay. Oh, could have gone bad. Okay, bandana is nice. That is nice. Yeah, bandana's good. Armor 1, Swift 1. Looking stylish. And then we will just... can't connect up there. I'm just going to put this here. And then hit you for a lot. Kapow! Hit you for some more. And then... shift for the win! That lizard has a shiny stone and we're stealing it! I mean, you're not wrong. We are stealing it. Also, we're totally picking the wooden board here, just for the armor. The first run was much harder because there were no fate... That's true! There were no fate runes! You are very, very correct. We did not have fate in the first run. It wasn't a thing. Favor wasn't a mechanic until later on. Ooh. I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna hit you for a lot. And then we are going to withstand. And then we're just going to slam. I mean, we could have won a little earlier, but there we go. Oh yes, there were also infinite battle scars as well. That is another thing that existed. You know what? Take the stick. We are the mightiest barbarian. Disclaimer, we are not the mightiest barbarian. We should be okay against the lizard man, though. I say that, and then look at this. We might not be okay. We'll draw, don't worry. We'll draw now. Aha! We get a slightly better card. Have at thee! And then we'll deal with this, with that. And then we'll hit you with overpower, which cannot be blocked. Then we're going to deal a lot of damage to ourselves. He thinks it might be time to do that. And win. Ta-da! The stick prevailed over the spear. And we get a hook. Take that, ourselves. Victory! No reason to fight anything else. We did it. Ooh.
3 cheers for your lucrative plundering. After all your aimless blundering. How you rode your luck without getting
What is a
stuck.
spear but a better pointy stick?
Left
I
me
mean,
and
that's
your
true.
enemies
Also, this place is getting
wondering.
big. Up to 1,000 gold already. Let's do part 2. Run! Get out before the roof collapses. I'm sure Card Tiger's got this. Card Tiger will be fine. Disclaimer, Card Tiger may not be fine. So... Cave collapses in 9 turns. So... We have choices. We could fight pixies, we could fight a spider. We're gonna do this and hope it's a good one. It's a good one. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna end the turn. Because this is frail. We want to get over to that loot chest. I actually want to do this right now. And then hit you for an awful lot. I mean, we're down to 3. Oh, actually, we're down to 2. And that'll kill us. So, we withstand. And then we howl. If Card Tiger doesn't get out, they'll turn to origami. Indeed. Assault would have dealt damage to us, but either way, we won. Pigeon Nest actually gives us restore. Oh yeah, Assault doesn't deal self-damage. As I say, takes a lot of concentration. 2 arrows human. Restore is nice. Demon Claw is thematic, but is it going to help us? I'm going to go with the Pigeon Nest. Ooh, pixies. They are picking some nice enemies for us. Disclaimer, I would have much preferred to fight level 2 foe, but we have what we have. We have what we have. Also, we do get the +1 hit points from being 1 higher level. We're gonna pick overpower here. And then we're gonna win with Rekindle. Because why not? Anything that actually would have brought the opponent to 0 wouldn't have killed the opponent because of Tenacious. I think we need the board here. That's nice, but the board is better. Now, we need the 3 repel because it's an owlbear. The owlbear has some nasty cards. It gives us a nice heal, but we need we need a defense. We need the board. See you later, Mystery One. I don't know who, Kikoskia is, but see you later. Venom stupid. Ooh. Ooh. All of these are bad. I want to just put you there. No, those are all terrible. We want a lizard man more than anything. No, we would not have done that well there. The player's level 2, but it's all magic damage. It's all magic damage. Ooh, a pouch of gold. Fortunately restore here. Kikoskia. No. I do not. But I see what you're going for there, though. I see what you're going for. Alright, the scarf gives us Holy Seal. The bandana... The dessert spoon gives us Swift. I mean, this is not bad. We're not doing very well when it comes to loot. This just gives us Holy Seal. Dessert spoon is better than scarf. Yeah, it is. Does give us shift as well. Yeah, we'll go with dessert spoon. We also do get the level 2 loot, which is not great. None of this is great. The Fez gives us Arcane 2 and Wise, but we lose Restore. He will set everything on fire. That is true, HK Trade, and he will. No, we'll go for it then. The worst that can happen is we die horribly. Oh, great. These are some good cards we've got here. That's not my fault. The game literally gave me a level 1 foe. I can do nothing against the level 1 foe. Except destroy it, but I can't gain levels off it. That's what I meant. And there we go. Some loot, maybe? I mean, we could gain a point of health and a stupidity card. We could? Yeah, let's not take the barrel. The barrel is a silly card. We only have 5 turns, though. And here's our opportunity. And we're going to go straight for the owlbear. Hopefully this level 2 foe will give us what we need. Disclaimer, level 2 foe is not going to give us what we need. Level 2 foe is going to destroy us. Nah, it won't. But the owlbear might. The owlbear might. We can actually block that. And block it we will. And this time we're going to assault and deal with the restore so that they don't gain health. Well, this is a win. However, the final opponent, both of them, both parts together. Oh, great. So our choice is helmet. Helmet? Okay, I think I may have found my helmet. I think it may be this one. We lose the Wise ability, but we gain Brace and Counter. And Brace is a good card, especially against an owlbear. We're going for it. It's a good helmet. I mean, it's a shame we're going to be defeating this owlbear with a spoon, but, you know, here we go. There's no reason not to draw a card here. It's not really going to help us especially, but there we go. I'm going to shift here and draw another card. We don't have any gold to place there right now. You have Thrash. We have Withstand. So we can afford to overpower here. Your Fury is now activated. We can brace here. Draw a card. That's not going to kill us. That is not going to kill us. Slam would kill us. We can counter this, though. And take only 1 damage. No, Holy Seal will kill us. Now we Withstand. To become invincible. And then we just slam. There we go. Doesn't matter what we take. In fact, we're going to take nothing so that we can guarantee getting to the end. Because otherwise he's going to go face foes. The gold will do it, though. Ta-da!
Here's to you, young dungeoneer. You stood your ground and acted very brave. But how long before you feel the fear?
I'm going for a little while longer, Animex, yes.
And how long before you're in your grave?
Also, if anyone is curious, the item we gained there is the Sapphire. Flesh Wound, how fitting. So we have now unlocked the Ogre Menace. Defeat an ogre while he's still sleeping. That's something we could do. Who are we going to send? Who are we going to send to assassinate a Snow Witch? You want to send a Snow Witch? Mime time! People keep suggesting the mime. Okay, people want the mime. Mime away! Mimes are the best assassins. We shall see about that. So, he wakes up in 10 turns. He's sleepy, which means he gets -3 health right now. And he's predictable. So we have 10 turns. Do we want to face a harpy or a gargoyle? I think the best thing we do right now is this. That and a frenzied goblin. They have fury and aggressive. Yeah, it's only level 2. That's fine. Ooh. That's kind of bad. I mean, we can imaginary cannon, but... Stage presence is not gonna kill this thing fast enough is the problem. We were dead anyway. Unfortunately, I don't think the mime was the right decision to make.
Across the land from far and wide, they come to the guild and want to fight. Sad to see them sliced and diced.
You triggered his fury too fast.
Once,
it was going to happen eventually. We don't have enough damage to deal, in a sense. Well, people wanted the mime, so I brought the mime. We'll bring a swashbuckler next, because probably a better idea considering what we're up against. I think people more suggested the mime as a joke, which I can understand. Alright, this time we're getting bats. We wanted a meme. Slight misunderstanding. Well, unfortunately you got mime instead. You gotta remember, Tengusa, ultimately, it's only game. It's only game. Why you have to be bad? No. It's just me trying to deal with an infinite number of threats here. It's a hungry bat. It's very hungry. If we take no damage in a turn, we get +1. This is not going to happen at the moment, because look at all the cards that we've got here. I mean, that's going to deal 2 damage to us, and we can't do anything to stop it. So if this deals 1 point of... Hey! Amazingly, we won! You got to remember, I only have your text to go by. Nuances of sarcasm and the like are a lot more difficult to transfer only in text. The stool is something, but we do gain a stupidity card. I want to go with the Demon Claw. And then we're going to go left, or right rather, or whichever way we can go. This way we're going. Well, it's a good thing I didn't pick the stupidity card. Let's hope we can do this. Let's hope we can do this. Ho ho! Ouch. Stupidity is bad when, like, your only draw is a card that does nothing. That's nice. Can't block that. So I hope I can block the next card, otherwise we are doomed. I cannot block the next... Oh, I can block the next card. I was about to say I can't. I can. But we're still dead. Bleh. We may indeed have swashed our last buckle. Swashbuckler's dead.
Across the land from far and wide,
Nom.
they come to the guild and want to fight. Sad to see them sliced and diced.
Maybe.
Not only once, but
The
twice
gargoyle would have been even nastier.
and thrice.
We have a new mime, though. That's a plus. Hooray! It's Osena. Congratulations, you are the mime. Who is next to go into the gauntlet against the ogre? Who is next? If somebody says Rincewind, I feel very sorry for Rincewind. Ranger might be a good idea. Ranger, here we go. Meow. Not Rincewind. You think Rincewind should just be left on fire? The thing about Brittle is we need to deal a lot of damage to a brittle foe. We'll do this. We are going to go face the Harpy first, because the Harpy is the weaker of the foes. Do that. Four damage and a steelhead. And there's our victory. I don't know. Okay, Crush 2 is nice. Twig is not nice. Crush 2. Well, our only option here is you. I mean, you are gaining more health because leader, which is unfortunate, but it is the best we can do. We can always block this. And just deal damage here. Yep. There weren't too many decent options. We have to gain loot, ultimately, is what we're trying to do. They think I'm gone, eh? Well, actually, no. Wishcraft may be gone. That'll do it. Good choice. Does the same, definitely taking this. After all, we're a ranger. We're not going to place anything this turn. Because we don't want to go this way. We don't want to place a tile there. We just want to move over to here. Just time to shift here. Draw some cards. Take a point of damage. Try not to perish. There's a lot of perishing going on here. I'm just going to camouflage and save up some physical damage. We are indeed neither mighty nor morphin. It's very sad. I'm going to deal 3 while you deal 3. We are admittedly on 1 less health. But if we do this, and I hope you don't have something that... Marvelous. Much better! We do have the power, it would seem. That's gonna be pretty good. That's also pretty good. Trying to think here. Do we go for the restore or do we go for the thermals? I'll go for the nest. We also do get a loot here. Ooh, an offhand. That's not good. We gotta remember our opponent as well. Our opponent is heavy on physical. Heavy on the physical damage. We need something. Like, if anything, Holy Seal's not terrible. No, I don't want the dessert spoon here. I'm going to take the offhand. And then we're going to move over to fight you if we can. Oh, such a late night. Can't go over to you, though. So we have a choice. We can either try and fight the gargoyle, the hilly knoll, or a harpy. I'm not sure we're ready for a... If we're heading over to the gargoyle, we have to be ready for the gargoyle. Knoll? Knoll does have burly, armed, irritable, and fury. But okay. We'll fight a knoll. Harpy's still more physical. I mean, more magical, rather. I think we're better prepared for the knoll. I say that, and then this happens. We do need to get over there as fast as we can, though. This is kind of important, because if we don't, the opponent will have 3 extra health. Also, Fury is active right now. But we can just slowly whittle you down. Discard. We bash. We should be okay. We are definitely okay. I think that's an upgrade. I think Swift 2 and Swift 3 are an upgrade compared to Bash and Crush. Going to Swift 3 is good. I think now we can try and take you on. Oh. Well, we might not get the opportunity to go and get to you because we're not finding cards that lead us there. We're not finding cards that lead us there. This could be awkward. 5, 4, 3. We could potentially get there. Get a restore here. Then camouflage. Then just deal 4 very quickly. And then finish you off with... No, can't finish you off with that. Gonna have to use Pierce and then hit you with something. Better. Wooden arrow for the win. Haha. That's bad. That's bad. That's... better? No, when they overheal, they're not permanent. Disappears at the end of the fight. Disappears at the end of the fight. Yeah, I think the charm's better because we get rid of a card and we gain a point of health. We want to get up here. Give us a card that takes us up. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna find a rat berserker. I'll place this here. I have a plan. You're sluggish, which means our defensive cards do double. We'll find out if we can go to the chest. We have to go that way anyway. We can just get there, if the cards are exactly right. Which I hope they are. This Rat Berserker does not have Fury, which I'm very glad for. I do dare face the rats. I am without fear. Actually, I may have moderate amounts of fear. Also arrow. So this gives us Arcane 1, Arcane 2, Holy 1 and 2, and Stupidity, and we lose a point of health. This gives us Arcane 1 and 2, and +1 to our starting hand size, but we lose Restore. Dead Lizard Charm gives us Arcane 1 and 2, and we lose 1 health and Fire Blast. It adds a lot of cards, but I don't think we want all those cards. I don't think we want all of them. Wise is nice, but this enemy is ultimately going to be dealing a lot of physical damage. It's ultimately going to be dealing a lot of physical damage, and I'm not sure I want Focus. Gold. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Do we risk this corridor? We have the tile, but won't we just immediately head towards the boss if that happens? No, we won't. Okay. Is it good? Is it good? Is it good? No. We're going to be on fire. Darn it. Well, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. On fire again? It is today's theme. It is totally today's theme that everything is on fire. On the plus side, our opponent is also going to be on fire. I mean, it's not much of a plus side, but our opponent will be on fire. Hey! He's got a bouncy pig too? That's pretty awesome. Gonna use a flame arrow here. We take 3, we deal 2. Ooh. Ooh, that's a lot of damage to take. Fortunately, we win. Good, we get 2 level 3 loot choices here. Red mail. Crown. We gain Spiky. Spiky might actually be a good thing to get. We also get +2 health. I think that's a good choice. Also +2 health for the burning. We have block cards. We have some block cards. Sparkly Headband gives us... nah. I'm gonna go for the Crown. And... okay, interesting cards here. Bone armor gives us that. Fur coat gives us no. We do have block, maybe. Actually, possible. We have some block. We could have cav, but we lose +1 health and fire blast. To be fair, smite and tricky choice. Smite is better than Fire Blast. Yeah, it is. We'll go for it. Alright, now we need to fight an enemy. Well, there's another gargoyle here. We need to fight as many enemies as we can, so that we can get better choices for loot. Also, we have lots of health here. This is going to be very helpful for us. That's kind of bad. This brittle's never come into play against the gargoyle. It's never come into play. Good time for smite. Maybe it wasn't a good time for smite. That deals 3. No, it actually deals... yeah, it deals 3. Deals 3. We just need 1. Another one down. Ooh, the hook is good here. The hook is really good here for haste. Yes. It's very good. Another gargoyle. One more chance at loot. Haste and spiky. Yes. Trade cap for pirate mode is worth it. I mean, it's a pretty good trade. We could maybe get a better armor slot. It is an opportunity. We have the opportunity to get better armor. Channel the power of Tarlax. All the haste. All the ow as well. Just being hit by a lot of ow. Guild Pirate would approve. We'll be going all into the ogre fight like meow. Also, time for haste. Ow. We just need a 1 damage. There's our 1 damage. Okay. Oh. 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 That's a tricky decision. Spiky is good. 2 health is good. But look at all that block. Remember the fire. Yeah, take the gold. Remember the fire. We will be on fire. Let's go. What? So we're on fire. I mean, he does have a lot of nasty cards. He also has the ability to heal. That we have the ability to mitigate that heal. He's also predictable, so we know what cards are coming. We know right now he has a stupidity card lined up. So we can then just flame arrow him. Then he has Thrash, which deals damage to him. And we're going to haste to block all of this damage, and Spiky. And finally, we don't have a wooden arrow. We'll just have to piercing shot. And just like that, Deus Phoenix did it. Oh, they're gold.
3 cheers for your lucrative plundering. After all your aimless blundering. How you rode your luck without getting stuck. Left me and your enemies wondering.
We have a new swashbuckler, everyone. Who's the swashbuckler? It is Long Drink. Thank you very much for volunteering for the guild. Also, we have Ogre's favorite rock. Oh no! a rock connoisseur, and we have slain him! We are the worst. It is very fitting. So if anyone is curious about the graveyard, it is, it's now kind of big. But we will not... 2 people being set on fire. At least Deus Phoenix is only temporary, at least. Yes. We are unfortunately going to be calling it here because it has been over 3 hours and it is very hot and I really want to open the windows so that I can potentially cool down. Ugh. But there are, of course, a few things that I want to say before we conclude. First, thanking you all for being here and enjoying me getting through that expansion for the Guild of Dungeoneering and getting back to the main game. And also for just being awesome. It's over already. It's been over 3 hours and 10 minutes, Mouse. Longer than you think. Go hang out with the Ice Witch. See you Friday. Well, there's still a few things I want to say, as always. First, you can catch the Threndy of Dusseldom on my website if you go to Thank you very much, Cav.
Mayhem. Yippee!
And Long Drink has just gifted 5 subs there. You've gifted 51 subs in all. Wow. Thank you. So very generous. Thank you. I think about 20 minutes were pre-stream. I did start early, though, Bindle. That's the thing. I started early. Total, it's over 3 hours, though. If I'd have started at 10:02, there would have only been 10 minutes of pre-stream. Good night, Kiko. Great stream. Thank you very much, Sid Highwind FF7. If you want to check out my story, you can follow that link there. There are 22 chapters up right now. You can also talk about my story, or my streams, or, Indeed He Is, Cav, or any of my YouTube videos on my Discord, which you can check out by following the link that will eventually appear. There are also rocks. There are plenty of... Thank you very much, Cav. Plenty of rocks on my Discord and many other emotes, including a chump going, oi! You can also check out my Patreon, where you can pledge to support me in doing what I do. I'm always grateful to the people who pledge to me on Patreon. Thank you, Cav, because they make what I do possible. Without them, I just couldn't put out the content that I do and that you enjoy. And though there is nothing hidden behind paywalls, because I started off with everything being free for everyone, and that's how I want to keep it, you do not only get my deep and sincere gratitude for pledging, you also get a different coloured name on Discord as a little thank you, to show that you pledge to what I do. Do I take suggestions for games to play on stream? You're welcome to suggest things at some point, either on my Discord or here, but I am under no obligation to take them up. I mean, I get suggested a lot of things after all. Now, people in the Kikoskia, morning everybody, have fun. Well, good night, apparently I missed everything. I'm sorry, Kane, but have been going for over 3 hours, and the VOD will be going up later, on a different day. Also, did you know that I do YouTube videos? I know! 12.5 years, 7,000 plus videos, and 200 plus or so playlists. Thank you very much, Cav. You can check them out there if you want. There's a lot. You'll be going at it for a very long time. VOD is immediate on Twitch. That it is. But if you want to wait for YouTube, that will be Friday. Speaking of which, yes indeed, the VOD for this will be up on Friday. The VOD for the Monday stream is up already. And finally, there is my Twitter, where you can check out my random ramblings about how hot it is, or notifications about when videos go up, or my stuff about Avatarus, my Animal Crossing island on my Switch Lite. About 90% of my tweets right now, people would say, are about that. I object. It's probably more likely 93%. And finally, thank you, everyone, for being here. Because if you weren't here, it would just be me talking to myself, and that would be just a hollow shell of what is right here now, what I do. You make my content what it is. I just talk and play the games, and you bring everything to life. You make things awesome. And so, when we come back to streaming on Friday, it'll be... Thank you very much, Dark Dawn Star, for continuing to do these streams, give my week actual structure. No problem, Demon Dragon. This coming Friday will be more not Guild of Dungeoneering, Death Road to Canada, sorry. Next Monday will be the Daggerfall, and a week on Wednesday, continuation of Guild of Dungeoneering. And of course, in between, videos as normal. Well, that's not a bad thing, Luna Lamb. It's not a bad thing. And so, I hope you managed to achieve everything that you've hoped to do today, and that generally your day's been good, and that you've managed to stay cool. And when we come back, more stuff! Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to just go over there and melt, because it's very, very hot. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Yes, now time to cool it, indeed. Later.